Hey Jillian, I am Manish, a grad student from mechanical engineering, studying your class today. So I just wanted to give a quick demo of the tool that I developed for your class project one. So the tool worked around discovering of Exoplanet archive that was given to us based on as a CSV file. So if you see on the first table, I discussed about the number of stars and different frequency of the stars as well. So here for different bar charts, they have their respective titles and their labels and are mostly fitted on a logarithmic scale so that we can show all of those data except for this graph, and this graph, which are based on a linear scale. So all the tooltips are attached to the planets and spectral systems as well as discovery methods. And if we go click on it, it will goes to a Wikipedia link which allows you to learn more information about radial velocity, transit photometry, and other things, as well as for spectral systems. If you click on a link that allows you to a link to access about spectral systems A, GKM, and all these other things. So for the habitable and uninhabitable exoplanet, I went for a vertical stack chart that shows habitable and uninhabitable planets. I tried to create two different colors of it, but later on turns out I mistakenly kept a similar color range. That's why it's a little bit harder to detect. And my apologies for that as well. I created a histogram plot for noting the distance from Earth for different exoplanet systems. Then I created a line plot. The project suggested to create just a line plot, but I wanted to show a linear scale and linear regression model of how that number of discoveries was below the expected amount for that year. So if you see from this year to 2011, the expected growth rate has been gradual and has been increasing, but it's still lesser than the linear line that is developed from the first point and the last point. And if you see in between these years as well, this was below than what we expected for that year. So it's kind of similar to an area plot, but it allows you to have some more additional information about the data. And here we have a scatter plot that mentions information about radius and mass. So all these different colors are for different numbers of stars that are present for it. So what I planned for was when I click on this, the number of stars for one would disappear, and two would disappear, and three would disappear, and four would disappear, and same would happen for each of them. But due to time constraint, I wasn't able to implement it. So now it just refreshes something there. So we was planned to have it like that. So I also have a table with a scrollable index. I use jQuery for it, and that also includes a data source where you could visit NASA's archive. And there's a small watermark for developers. I hope you had fun playing around with it.